what's up everyone? I'm going to show you an out of bounds glitch here in Gridania. It is basically getting up on top of this mountain here, or cliffside, whatever you want to call it. So where you want to be is where Yumitra is, the arcane sort of quest lady giver here. And the glitch actually starts over here along this cliffside here. The coordinates for it are 9866. So what you want to do is want to jump on this cliffside here and then jump again. You should be able to get on top of where your character is just like floating in the air. And where you want to aim is this wooden post here on this sort of like awning there. So it might take you a couple of tries, but like that, you'll basically just easily be able to jump up to this point here, and then you can jump up on these and go all the way pretty much back to this back area here. So, but we're not going to do that right now. I'm going to show you how to get up on top of this mountain here. So for the next step here, it's a little bit tricky. The best way I've been able to get this to work is by standing in the cliffside here. And basically what you want to do is you want to jump basically to the other side here. So it might take you a couple of tries, but it shouldn't be too hard. So like that, there's a short little invisible barrier there, but you're kind of like jumping out and around it, if that makes sense. So let's try it here. Yeah, so basically just like that. Like I said, it might take you a couple of tries, but it is possible. So we'll move on to the third step up here, which this is just the easiest. Like, the only thing you really need is sprint to do this step here. So basically we're going to be jumping up to this cliffside here, but you have to have sprint on in order to do it. So the best position I've been able to get is from here, and I'm about jumping about right here. The jumping, the timing of the jumping is pretty much key here. So let's give this a try. So it might take you several tries to get it, but you can use the sort of other sprint spell from like dancer class and other classes. It does help a little bit. That way you won't have to wait for sprint. Usually when you have them sprint and dancing class on, it makes it a little bit easier. So I'm just gonna wait here for sprint to. Okay, so let's try this again. There we go. So just like that, I mean, it can take a few tries, but it's pretty simple to do. Basically, you're kind of aiming to like this corner here. You don't want to be right in the corner there, because then your character is just going to slide. So we're going to wait here for the next step. This is actually the easiest step in this whole process. Literally, we're just jumping into this sort of crevice or concave like crevice in the rock here. You can use the dancer sprint and stuff like that. I'm just gonna wait for sprint for this one. So it's just a matter of turning on sprint and then running and jumping, and that's it. So there is one last step here. This one can be a bit tricky, because if you don't land in the right area, you'll have to pretty much just start all over. The best sort of point that I've found where to jump is sort of like you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but there's kind of like this sort of triangular shape line in this area here. That's where you want to jump because your character can stand on that. So we're just gonna wait for sprint and hopefully let's get this on our first try here. It's not super hard, but it is tricky. But like I said, if you aim for this sort of triangle here, you should be able to get it. So let's try it. Yep, so just like that. And then you are on top of the rock here. And then you can pretty much go, you can't go everywhere, but there is a fair bit of space you can walk around and get to.